Chapter 20, Section 1, continued. In 1891, the King of Hawaii, Kalakaua, dies. So now it's going to be time for a new king or queen, a new monarch. Liliuokalani now becomes queen. Queen Liliuokalani was a champion of Hawaiian nationalism. She wanted to regain Hawaii for the Hawaiians. She remembers as a child, she saw when Hawaiian government briefly kind of took over for the British, and she remembers seeing the Hawaiian flag being raised above the Capitol and the pride that she felt. And now she wants to regain that pride for Hawaii and have Hawaii for the Hawaiians. But to do that, they're going to have to overturn that Bayonet Constitution. The Bayonet Constitution put all the power with the American sugar growers. And she wants one that's going to return the power back to the natives. So in 1893, she is going to announce a plan for a new constitution. This is when the supporters of annexation, those Hawaiian League supporters, they're going to have to make their move. They realize that if they just keep waiting, they're going to lose what power they have taken already. They are going to forcibly occupy the government buildings, declare that the monarchy in Hawaii was over, and they are going to set up their own provisional government. Now, the U.S. Minister to Hawaii, the U.S. Representative to Hawaii, was John L. Stevens. And he is going to participate in this without the United States approval. He orders U.S. Marines to come ashore in Hawaii with no authorization from back home. Supposedly they were coming ashore to protect U.S. property and citizens in Hawaii. But it's kind of odd that the Marines and their guns were all facing Liliuokalani's palace. So these revolutionaries are going to set up a brand new provisional government without firing a single shot. And the president of this new provisional government is Sanford B. Dole. Without authorization again, Stevens is going to recognize this new government and proclaim it under United States protection. Liliuokalani was obviously not happy about any of this, but she's really unable to do anything about it, and reluctantly she surrenders the throne. She realizes if the Hawaiians fight, they're going to lose. And all that will be accomplished is you're going to see Hawaiians dead. So now that the new government has control of Hawaii, their next step is to petition the United States to annex Hawaii. There were some anti-imperialist senators, some Democratic senators in the Senate that are going to block this treaty. And when this occurs, the president, Grover Cleveland, is going to withdraw the treaty and open an investigation into what exactly just went down in Hawaii. As they start to look into this, Cleveland is going to condemn the revolt that took place in Hawaii and condemn any role that the United States, knowingly or unknowingly, took in it. Cleveland actually suggests that Liliuokalani should probably be put back on the throne. So Cleveland is going to ask the provisional government in Hawaii to resign. But Hawaii is their own country. And this provisional government, led by Dole, refuses. Cleveland could use military force. There's no way that Dole and his government would be able to stand up to the U.S. military. But Cleveland refuses to use military force because it would be the United States military fighting other Americans. And there's no way you could make that look okay in the media as they report on this. So reluctantly, Cleveland recognizes, fine, Dole, it's your government. You guys are the government of Hawaii. But Cleveland refuses to annex Hawaii. So if the provisional government is set on this idea that they want to become part of the United States, which they did, those were Americans over there doing that, it's not going to happen under Cleveland. They're going to have to wait for a friendlier administration to come into power, because Cleveland obviously isn't going to be it. And William McKinley is going to be elected president. And so, July 7th, 1898, the United States annexes Hawaii. Even though most of Hawaii's population was against this. In the year 1900, Hawaii officially becomes a U.S. territory. But they do not become a state until 1959. And in 1993, the United States Congress is going to issue an apology for any role the United States played in Liliuokalani's overthrow. 100 years after it was done, we said sorry for whatever good that was worth, since there was nobody around from then.